Got a few things to talk about in between. I'm on a break in between my work shifts. I guess first thing, if you are looking for additional ways to make money, I would say then you should probably look into stock options trading. Now, I'm not an expert because I follow people, but it has definitely been a great experience at this stage in my life to start learning something new that will bring me extra income. It's great. I've earned a lot and I've lost a lot, but it is something that once I master it, I'm expecting big things. So I've also been able to clue, some members of my family in on what I have discovered, right? So one of the people that I follow is a young, I think he's young, I'm not sure, I shouldn't assume, but his name is Chris Sain, S-A-I-N. Another one that I found just to get a good grip on like the basics, he's got like a free, I think it was 2.5 hour online class on YouTube. Chris has like 25 videos that, he's the first person I started following. Just kind of happened upon his videos too, about a year ago. And, it grabbed my attention. Anytime somebody is saying that I can start with as little as $50 to $100, where I was thinking that it was only rich people doing rich people things, I can see how if I had been doing this for 15, 20 years already, I would be in a much better place with it. But I'm a nickel and dimer. I started on Robinhood, and I probably put $20 in there, and I forgot I even had the account. And when I went and looked at it again, beginning of last year, it was like $300 in there. I was like, oh, well, now things are serious. It's like $396. And you can buy fractional shares of different stock. And so that was what was attractive to me. I was like, yeah, I don't feel comfortable giving you $40, but I'll give you $5, and let's see what can happen. You can also open up an IRA in there, where you'll get, I think it's either 2.5% or 4%. Don't quote me, just go look for yourself. And so I was able to open that Robinhood account up, and then without even looking or trying, earn almost $400. Now, it was about 2-3 years old, but I didn't pay any attention to it. So yeah, so back to who I follow on YouTube. So Chris Sain, S-A-I-N. This younger guy, his name is Juvier. I was saying Juvier, but I heard him say his name, so I'm saying it wrong. Juvier's Gems, Jooviers. He has a 2.5 hour class online on YouTube, and it took me all day on an off day to get it, and I could probably stand to go back and rewatch that video, but it took me all day watching that, pausing the video, coming back to different stuff, getting him to re-explain something several times, following along on my own computer, downloading some of the apps that he said that he was using. There's another one called Trading View. A lot of the people I've watched on YouTube have been doing that, using that one. It's one of the ones they use to actively trade, which has been really helpful, by the way, just to sit and watch how things kind of go. I've been trying to master candlesticks, and that is the red and green bars that go up and down throughout the day on a stock. Let's see, Richard Fain, Fain, kind of like his vibe. He talks a lot, but kind of like his vibe. And all of them have been talking about, like, Nancy Pelosi and who else was it? It was Nancy Pelosi and of course Warren Buffett, and a couple other people to kind of watch and pay attention to, so that you are hey, these people are investing and making money, so you want to follow the people who are already making the money. Nancy, they are making me feel like she's a beast at it, so the one thing I haven't done is, like, pulled up all of the different stocks where she's invested, because that's what I want to do next. Is I want to put my money where she got her money, because she's making money and been doing so for a long time. Can't go wrong with that. And then especially the way things are going with Orange Melon Felon in there, and his Dusky Musky friend. We just don't know how things are gonna shake out. Next, they're supposed to be targeting our Social Security, and I'm gonna let you guys know right now, if they do something with our Social Security checks, I'm a ways away from my retirement, but I'm gonna need mine back. I just go ahead and cut me a check. And I've called the senators up in Capitol Hill and let them know too, if they allow that, I'm gonna need my money back. I'm not donating none of it. I need it, and I don't know exactly how much I've got in there, but I've been working since I was 15, or 16. Well, 15, that was back when 15 was okay, but definitely since 16. I want all my money back. If they go dipping into that pot or they do something funky with it, I want my money back. Cut me a check, and I'll do stuff like go on the stock market with it. I'll play with it myself. You're not allowed. Anywho, so then back to stocks. So there's Richard Fain, Larry Jones, although he's taking a what do you call that? A break. I'll just call it a break. There is Invest with Henry. Henry was actually working on Wall Street at Goldman Sachs. I kind of love his energy too. I like all of their energy. It's just, some of them, you got to go get your notebook. It's time to study. And some of them, it's more like, okay, I write this stuff down, but I know I'm gonna have to go back and look at it. So some of them kind of draw you in. They also have these things called discords, which is like groups where you meet privately with them. Most of them you have to pay into them, like $5-10 just to chat with them about the stocks to look at for the upcoming week or the outlook. You can also do your own research, nothing wrong with that. But it's better if somebody has already done all the heavy lifting. Now, don't be lazy. Do it yourself, but just, get your general direction to go in. Like, for me, my own, watching the news and just kind of paying attention to the market, I feel like gas and oil and energy are about to be a problem for us soon here in the U.S. And I think that if you invest in stock that's related to those things, you probably are going to do well. Like there's one that Nancy Pelosi is, they were talking about it as Vista or Tempest AI or something. I have it plugged in on Moomoo. I'm also on Moomoo, but that one's a little bit, I'm on a learning curve with that one. But with that one, when they first, Richard talked about it first. And when Richard talked about it, he said, oh, it's $40. Nancy Pelosi has spent a lot of money getting into it. And I was like, it's $40. So, I'll wait till next payday. It is now 100 and something a share. So I should have did it when I was thinking about it, you know what I mean, instead of going to get coffee and probably a bunch of other stuff I didn't need that day. But it's a good idea to go ahead and take a look at it. I think it's Tempest AI or Vista, something. It was 2-3 of them Richard talked about. But or you could just go watch his video, Richard Fain, Fain. And so I guess long story short, this is not a game. It is something to seriously consider. And actually, so I'm not giving you advice, but what I am planning to do is, instead of sticking money just in a savings account, because all of them, Chris, Larry, Richard, Henry, all of them have said something repeatedly, and that was that you can stick your money in the bank in the savings account and get really low interest and return on it, or you can put it into a stock or an ETF and watch the money pile up. One of the musicians said that, whether it be slow or fast, it'll grow faster than it will in your savings account at a bank. And then now, there is I think she's a senator, Elizabeth Warren, was coming up in my YouTube feed today, where she was talking about it would be better for you to go to smaller community banks than for you to put your money in big banks, because there now is no CFPB. Well, guess what? I have had to file complaints through CFPB. And that's kind of scary for me because it's not yet been resolved. So am I just dead in the water on it, or what? What's going on? What can I look for? So, I guess with that said, it would be, you would do yourself a disservice if you didn't at least look into it, because it's coming from the top down. She said it, I believe it. And let's see. Okay, sorry, get off of the topic here with stocks. So yeah, it might be a good idea to explore doing something like that. Things are, you try not to be afraid for your future or worried about certain things, but stuff kept popping up in my YouTube feed yesterday. Let me tell you about this. So I was telling my husband, I was like, weirdest thing, I was watching a video on stock options, and this guy, I apologize so much, but I watch him as well, but I don't yet have his channel memorized, his name, but I'll get it, and then the next time I do a video, I'll make sure I mention him. But pretty much, I was watching him, and then when his video went off, I went to the bathroom, made some coffee, came back, and there was a video on my showing up where it was talking about like how to grow inside food inside of your house, without a lot of work or money. So it was aquaphonic or hydroponic systems, and it looked, you could start it for like $40 is what the guy said. And I also will have to come up with, sorry, I'm gonna move because this guy right here seems to, I watched him follow me into the parking lot, and I'm tripping because I'm like, let me just move. I know I'm not in your way because I'm at the back of the parking lot, but let me just move because that's weird. Sorry. Okay. So, one of the, oh man, made me forget what I was saying. Oh, aquaponic and hydroponic systems for you to grow like different types of lettuce and vegetables inside of your home. It won't take up a lot of space. It won't require a lot of money to get started. And so I was like, okay, well, it's interesting. I'm gonna watch it. And then after that one, a guy came on talking about how to, if the power goes out and you don't have a way to heat your home, that you can build this. It's a flower pot heater with a mason jar, a piece of copper, 2 pieces of copper, and some type of a felt that, I guess would allow the alcohol. What kind of alcohol was it? It was some type of alcohol that you can also use as a fuel, or rubbing alcohol. And I was like, why in the heck is that coming up on my feed? I haven't looked for stuff like that, but I watched it. Then immediately after that one, there's this lady who was like, hey, you can turn this is how you make grow mango trees, right? And she took a regular mango and put like egg and avocado, not egg and aloe vera together in a pot, and she rooted it. I was like, what? I thought you had to already have the tree for that. But then, you think about it, well, where's the tree come from? Probably comes from the seeds inside of things. Anyway. And so I was like, And they just kept coming. Just different ones. I didn't watch all of them. But I was like, something's up. Conspiracy theories? Yeah, a little bit. But I don't normally get that kind of stuff in my feed. And I definitely didn't go looking for it. And so it's weird that it would. It's weird, or is it like right on time? Or, do they know something that they're not saying anything about? Because, your orange guy at the top is making enemies, and he's making enemies with people who can pull strings, and disable us. And can't really bite the hand that feeds you, put it like that. I heard that before, so have you, I'm sure. So, all right, that said, now we are looking at stuff other than stock trading. Anyway, that was a sidebar. Just put that little nugget of info in there for you. So, I don't know if we need to be prepared for them to dip in and steal our Social Security. But it looks like side hustles are things to consider these days. So I work a regular full-time job. I work a lot of hours. I don't always want to work like that, but if they take the Social Security check, although it is not meant to be the primary, if given the opportunity to withdraw that money, I'm going to take mine. And I would rather, gamble with my own money than to hand it over to, well, you know who it is. So, the stock option trading has has been exciting, if nothing else. There are profits and losses. Like Chris and those guys, they say don't invest more than you can afford to lose. And so that's why I do fractional shares. Whatever I'm doing, it's, $50, $20, at a time. And I've done really well. Like Chris was telling us about, I want to say it was GEV and CrowdStrike and one other one a couple weeks ago, and I was only able to take advantage of one of those, not the one that he pointed out, but I got close for what my money could take, and I did really well. And Palantir and SoFi. Let me tell you, I earned a lot of money. We're not going to talk about how much, because, there's also been a lot of theft and, stuff like that going on around these parts. So, anywho, I would just encourage you to take a look into it. Just a regular old chick, and I think that it's worth looking into if you need like just a few extra dollars. There's some other things that I've been trying to do as well. I also took a class and got a certification for digital marketing and also a notary public. But then there's another step. I'm going to finish the training for a notary signing agent so I can help with real estate documents. And then I'm going to start doing some email marketing and newsletters and blogs and all that. I'll try to be more consistent. I was really consistent for like a month, and then, holidays, work. So, anywho, until next time.